Who the fuck gives a shit about Night Thrasher? But you know who it is. It's your boy, NIHILISTIC. Nemesis. Now, we're gonna react to Marvel fucking up yet again. But let's just get into it because I'm sure that nobody actually cares, and this series will be canceled after issue 5. Oh boy, we're gonna talk about a team that nobody gives a shit. The new fucking Warriors. Outlawed is our fucking title of this first issue, or maybe this first arc. I have many, many questions. Because not a lot of people know who the fuck the new Warriors are. And I understand that you're trying to bring back a team and trying to introduce a team, but your little excuse of, oh, well, no one knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy was, and now they're big. Well, here's my problem with this. Are you trying to turn the old New Warriors into a movie, or are you trying to turn these fucking quote-unquote new Warriors into a fucking movie? Because we're gonna have some problems, and we're gonna talk about these characters and how shitty they are. But let's not lie. The new Warriors are shit. Who actually gives a fuck? In my goddamn opinion, this is just my opinion, the only thing that ever came out of the New Warriors was fucking the Civil War. And if you want to say that that's a good thing, I guess, but they started that shit, so, ugh.
My name is Daniel Kibblesmith, and I am the writer of New Warriors #1. I got interested in the New Warriors later. I remember seeing them on the shelf when I was a kid, picking up comics in the 90s, and just feeling like they were too cool for me.
Feeling like the New Warriors was too fucking cool for you, bro? The fuck? The new fucking Warriors? You thought Speedball and Night Thrasher and Fire and who else? Like, who else was on that cover? Nova? Is he part of the fucking New Warriors? Cause okay, whatever. What the fuck ever.
Like, I was intimidated by, Night Thrasher who had a blade coming out of his wrist,
Nigga, you were threatened by Night Thrasher because he had a blade that came out of his wrist. Nigga, how did you feel about Wolverine? He had 6 that came out of his fist. You dumb shit. You are lying. I'm not saying that you probably don't read comics at all, and I understand you're trying to get money out of this book. You're trying to like make it sell and shit. You gotta sell that comic, brother. Don't go out there and lie. Don't go out there and lie, man. Is it just because you want to write X-Men so you can fuck up X-Men with more of your fucking, you're about to see, but more of your fuck-ups, as I like to call it?
Nova was really buff. They were all the edgy characters for the 90s, as the cover said.
They were all edgy characters for the 90s. Nah, bro. You mean the era where fucking Marvel went fucking bankrupt? You had Spawn, you had Savage Dragon, you had Youngblood, you had fucking Azrael.
New Warriors, I thought, were really interesting characters because they occupy this really cool space. They're forever young, but they've now been around for 30 years. My editors on the previous books I'd done, like Loki and Black Panther vs. Deadpool, asked if I would be interested in doing a New Warriors tie-in that actually poses them as the authority figures in this conflict instead of the rebels, and I really liked the tension of that. So because the New Warriors are the authority figures in this story, they have to be mentoring new Warriors who are under 21 and subject to the laws.
They have to be mentoring new Warriors. Why? Like why? Like, that makes no fucking sense. Like, why don't you just have the fucking New Warriors? Like, what? Like, ugh.
That triggered the Outlawed event. This new law is making it illegal to be a vigilante under the age of 21.
Is that trying to be a dig at, like, the smoking law now? You gotta be fucking over the age of 21 to be a fucking superhero. What about Franklin fucking Richards? He's the most powerfulest character in the Marvel fucking universe who is a little fucking boy. So he can't use his powers? You really think the government's gonna come down on the Fantastic Four and say, your son can't use his powers? Your son, who can create universes, can't use his powers. Go fuck yourself, dude. Like, seriously. Go fuck yourself. Where the fuck is this law gonna come out at? In your fucking book where no other author fucking, like, addresses it? So some person who's already reading comic books picks up this new Warriors comic, is like, oh, there's this law that says that you can't be a hero over 21. Meanwhile, Miles Morales is fucking over here swinging around his fucking Spider-Man and shit. Or are you just gonna tell all the writers that it's like, well, you know, everyone thinks that Spider-Man is a man, so he's just, like, you know, short.
The artist on New Warriors #1 is Luciano Vecchio. He designed all of the new Warriors and gave them costumes that felt as modern as the New Warriors costumes to sort of feel classic and instantly familiar. So the first character that we're introduced to is Trailblazer.
Oh boy. Trailblazer.
She's a group home and foster kid who is volunteering at a senior center when this mysterious threat shows up and Night Thrasher runs to the rescue. And because she helps him, she ends up in the crosshairs of this new outlawed law. And she inherited from her grandfather a magic backpack of divine origin.
So I can go with you with the whole she's in the crosshairs of the villain now because she helped out Night Thrasher. A magical divine backpack. Now, here's the thing about all this shit. I don't know if you know this, but the Marvel Universe is a lot based off of science. And even even in the goddamn movies, they say that fucking magic is just a mythical science. Like, you cannot have a fucking bag that can just do whatever the fuck you want to fucking put in there and say, oh, it's just magic. How the fuck does it work? Like, how are we gonna fucking explain this shit? Are you stupid? Are you goddamn dumb? Like, when motherfucking Doom became King God Doom, it was because of the Molecule Man. And the Molecule Man is like, I don't know, like third most powerfulest fucking character just because he can break down molecules and create shit. Which is easily explained. But no, we're gonna have a magic fucking backpack. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you and your Trailblazer. Next.
We picked the name Trailblazer because she's somebody who charges into action. She knows that she can do some good with this, you know, mysterious gift that she's been given. Screen time is...
Oh boy, screen time. It's time for screen time. Screen time. Oh boy.
A internet kid taken to its sort of logical conclusion. As a youth, he was exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas.
Internet gas. What is it? Is it like gas that was like expelled from the internet? Or is it like gas that was made on the internet? Either way, this is not fucking explainable. You dumb fucking soy boy piece of shit.
And that has patched him permanently into the World Wide Web. The word screen time is only ever used in a sort of restrictive sense, and because we're doing a story about teenage rebels, a lot of the names are about teens fighting against labels that are put on them. So with screen time, we liked the idea that he has infinite screen time. Snowflake and Safe Space.
I wonder what their powers fucking are.
Their names are very similar to screen time. It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory.
You know, I wonder to myself when back in the day when Jack Kirby and, you know, fucking Stan Lee were being asked about their characters, I wonder if at one point they were like, oh, we wanted to create a superhero, you know, that you know, we wanted to call him N-word man. Except they would actually say the N-word. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get demonetized. Yeah. Like, how would you say that? Like, that was that, like what? Like, you're going to call your fucking characters these fucking quote-unquote harmful words from the internet? What it tells me is that you couldn't think of an original fucking name for these goddamn characters. And I'm not saying that Spider-Man and Batman is an original fucking name, but at least it's fucking like, it's their theme, it's their powers, except for like Batman, because it's more of like what he fears and he wants to strike fear into like criminals and shit. At least there's like an element to it. It's not like this bullshit from the fucking internet.
To take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor. Safe Space is kind of a big, burly, sort of stereotypical jock. He can create force fields, but he can only trigger them if he's protecting somebody else.
He's a big, burly jock who can only create force fields that protect other people. So basically, what you're telling me is that, I don't know, say Punisher gets a stick up his fucking ass and just thinks that these guys are fucking villains and scopes it out and just can like shoot this motherfucker dead. Is that what you're fucking telling me, you dumb shit?
Snowflake is non-binary and goes by they, them.
What? What?
Snowflake is non-binary and goes by they and them. Who gives a fuck? What, did fucking, like, once again, did Stan Lee or Jack Kirby come out and be like, here's Spider-Man. He's a straight white male. You guys like that shit? Yeah, like, read more comics, boys and girls. Is that what they fucking did? Because what you're doing is appealing to a crowd that's gonna go out and pick up the first fucking issue, and you think they're gonna fucking read this shit? I'm gonna pick up this shit, and I'm gonna read it until fucking the first arc's done, and then I'm gonna do a whole fucking review, and it's going to probably be garbage, because there's gonna be nothing that actually contributes to the Marvel fucking universe at fucking all. Let's fucking put it like that. You're not gonna see these characters in the next fucking event. They're just some fucking side fucking bullshit fodder for fucking these people who like comic books but want to change everything the fuck about it to read, and they're not going to. They'll read your first issue and then boom.
Snowflake.
Oh boy, now we're gonna do fucking Snowflake. I wonder what her ice-based powers can do.
Has the power to generate individual crystallized snowflake-shaped shurikens. The connotations of the word snowflake in our culture right now.
So basically, like, okay, is she like an Iceman, like elemental? Or can she just throw fucking ice shuriken like fucking a ninja? This would be like Rock Lee if he didn't practice and shit and just was like, shuriken.
Are something fragile. And this is a character who is turning it into something sharp. Snowflake is the person who has the more offensive power, and Safe Space is the person who has the more defensive power.
I can see how that actually is a good concept for like a character dynamic, to have like this team whose one's defensive and one is offensive. Now here's the problem. Why is the defensive character open to attacks? Okay, so this is how I see it. If you have an offensive, let's still use your character, for example. Okay, they have the fucking the shield, you know, the shield powers, whatever. Now they're able to make a shield around themselves, and from that they can span out another fucking shield or multiple shields to other people as their powers grow. While you have the offensive person who is able to, like, you know, throw all this shit. And like, why wouldn't you have it so the defensive person would be able to like throw a mobile fucking shield around them, so the offensive one can just throw it and have like this badass power dynamic fucking team? Oh no. The defensive person can only defend other fucking people. He can't defend himself. Weird. And you made him the jock character? Weird.
The idea was that they would mirror each other and complement each other. E negative is the goth kid.
Oh boy, a gothic kid. I wonder what his fucking powers is.
When he was a baby, he got a rogue life-saving blood transfusion, we assume from Michael Morbius.
You assume from Michael fucking Morbius? Who the fuck else is in goddamn line? Blade? Dracula? Those are the only characters I can think of with vampire powers. I'm sure there's more. I would say Morlun, but he's not. He's like a life vampire. So you're telling me, because you could say Dracula, it would make sense. Dracula wants to create other vampires in the world for some world dominating power struggle, what the fuck ever, or some other vampire villain that would do that. Why the fuck would Michael Morbius do that shit? Like, he's aware of his vampirism, and he's trying to, at least from what I remember, because I don't give a shit about Michael Morbius. He was trying to fucking like cure his vampirism and also accepted that he was a vampire, but was going to use it for good and teamed up with Blade. And I may be getting all this shit from the animated series because I just don't give a shit about Michael fucking Morbius. Like, oh my god, he's gothic. He looks gothic. Oh, joyous. He also is like not shit in the goddamn whole like span of the Marvel like anything. And the only reason people attach themselves to it is they're like, oh, look at this badass vampire gothic fucking character who I wish I could, who I'm gonna fucking emulate because I think that I'm dark and I think that I'm badass and goth.
And now he has a very similar look and very similar vampire powers. B negative also is obviously a pun. It's a blood type, which is great for a vampire character. And it's also a proud ownership of the idea of having a bad attitude.
I don't know if he said B negative or O negative. I don't give a fuck. But the most negative character in the fucking Marvel universe is hands down the fucking Punisher. You know how this character is gonna be. He's gonna be that goth character that's like, I don't like to do anything. And then, I don't know, the team is fucking, like, getting their ass beat, and he's the only one that can save it. He's like, you hurt my friends! I'm going to kill you! Or some shit like that, and someone has to calm him down after he goes into, like, some blood frenzy bullshit. Like, this is predictable shit.
I want the people who read our New Warriors to feel all of the excitement that they felt if they read the 90s one. We want it to have big, colorful characters, personality clashes, romance, a diverse cast, which is something that the New Warriors titles have always strived to make a priority. Every New Warriors comic has always felt like a reflection of the year that it came out. And I don't think we're worried about being dated. I think we're way more interested about it being now.
Well, sir, I assure you that you are dating yourself with some bullshit characters who will not be used for shit. It's just that sometimes some creators don't know what the fuck to do and don't know how to actually make a fucking character that isn't already fucking established, so they make their fucking own and put their own fucking shit into it. And believe me, I fucking know. Sometimes when I write, I do it to my own characters too. And I'm not saying, and I am not a fucking writer at fucking all. I haven't done it in years. But, like, dude, seriously, you are dating your fucking self. This is bullshit. It's only gonna fucking make it to the first fucking arc, and I can't wait to read to the end of that, and I'm sure that my viewers can't wait to fucking for that fucking whole big fucking review, if not a bunch of other fucking, comic book YouTubers aren't doing it all fucking ready. So fuck you, dude. Your comic's probably gonna suck, but I'll be there April 15th to get it. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and, yeah, fuck the New Warriors.